Hello, my friends. February is about to end, and this is episode 67. And we will be tackling, the last two life lessons, which I've been sharing with you since episode 64. And it's not that we don't want to talk about birthdays anymore, but I guess, we've had enough of making sure that every time we celebrate our birthday, we're not going to dread it. We're going to welcome it and say, great! Another year is added, and I have become wiser, I have become stronger, man, and just like fine wine, I have just mellowed, a little bit. So that makes me very expensive wine. Okay, so I was just thinking, I was just really thinking, it's episode 67. And when I started with episode one, last year, July to be exact, I knew I wanted to share a lot to all of you, but I wasn't sure whether I am connecting. And I would always watch the other YouTube channels, and they'll be talking about food and makeup and fashion, and they're talking about finances, etc. And I was I'm thinking, well, they're easily understood, and I was thinking, would because a lot of my friends have told me, Malud, what we enjoy, watching you is sometimes we get nosebleed. You know what I mean? Nosebleed meaning it's just too deep, it's just too cerebral, meaning, wow, it's so intellectual. I've never thought of those ideas. More intelligent people will appreciate you, not simple folks like us. I said, what? And I just kept asking, am I connecting? Am I resonating? And when I hear, friends of friends telling me, Malu, this is what I learned from your episode 60, from your episode this and episode that. I said, whoa, are we talking about the same set of people here? So I have decided, because somebody told me that growing your followership is not about just having the numbers. Of course, guys, if you can help me, have 22 million followers, just like Joe Rogan in the Joe Rogan, show, and he was, he actually helped. He actually helped Donald Trump be elected president because he appeared in his podcast, and I will be happy. But then again, I said, am I here just for the numbers? I would love that, friends. I'd really love that. I'd like to have 1,000 followers. I want 10,000 followers. Of course, I will be a hypocrite if I don't tell you that's what I like. You know. But really, what I really want is, am I helping you guys? Am I helping? Okay, and well, it's kind of deep. That's what people tell me. But if it actually helps you grow intellectually, then I'm happy. Okay, I will continue to give you all the ideas. The ideas which have helped me navigate my life, and this is the greatest the greatest anti-aging pill, because a lot of people are asking me, how young are you really, Miss Marie? Okay, and then I would ask them, I would humor them. Can you tell me, all right? Can you guess? And they tell me, well, maybe 55. I said, I'm senior. Okay, in the Philippines, when you turn senior, you're 60. So you have to do better than that, at least 60 or beyond. And then, they stopped. They said, no, I don't think we can even reach there. Okay, what's your secret? Oh, there are a lot of secrets. Okay, maybe next time I'll have a series of my secrets. If that, by the way, if that interests you, put this in the comment column, and then I'll prepare my secrets, and then let's see, let's compare. Okay. Now let's just finish this. Okay, we go to the 10th and the 11th life lesson. All right. So The 10th, it says here, you cannot have, this is very, very true, my friends, please listen. You cannot have a new reality with an old mentality. Okay? It simply means that if we cannot change the way we think, we will not have new things happening to us. Okay, we want a new life. We want a good life. We want a wealthy life. We want this. We want that. Those will never become a reality if we do not change our mindset, our old mentality, because we won't be ready, to again, to receive that. What are we going to do with our newfound wealth? What are we going to do with our newfound success? Maybe we are not equipped, to handle our new success. That's really very, very important. The last one, I will spend a couple of minutes. The last one, okay? Because this is very dangerous, okay? Like, be careful who you listen to, because if what they're telling you, okay, are not working, all right, then it just might affect, us, you and me negatively. It says here, never take criticism. They criticize us, they criticize you. Never take criticism from someone who you wouldn't take advice from. Simply means that, if somebody's advising you and you don't like to take their advice, you ask yourself why. Well, they are the opposite of what they're saying. They say do this to be healthy, and you look at them, they're not healthy, okay? And then they say, oh, you do this because, people will love you more, but people don't like them more. So how can you take advice from somebody that you do not respect, that you do not admire, who is the exact opposite of what they're trying to advise to you, right? Said, do this so that you can keep your husband, but they're doing exactly the opposite of what they're advising you. Yeah. Okay. So it's the same thing. Never take criticism from them. Why? They don't have a right to criticize us, because they themselves need to work on themselves. All right. Okay. So this particular quote from Theodore Roosevelt, a former president of the U.S. Theodore Roosevelt, when he became president during the Depression years, and he brought America out of the Depression. That's why the Americans, love him so much. And I will read what he wrote word for word. I will. And then maybe you watch again this episode, and then copy. All right. Oh, I will be using it I will be putting it in the caption. All right. So this is what he said. I quote: "It's not the critic who counts. It's not the man who points out how the strong man stumbles, or where the doer of deeds could have done it differently. The credit belongs to the person who is actually in the arena, whose face is marred with sweat and dust and blood, who strives valiantly, who comes up short again and again and again, who in the end may know the triumph of high achievement, and who, when he fails, he does so daringly, greatly." Okay? Or, daring greatly. Okay. I guess what the man is saying, okay, I will say it again. It's kind of fast. It's not the critic who counts. It's not the man who points out how the strong man stumbles, or where the doer of deeds could have done it differently. The credit belongs to the person who is actually in the arena, whose face is marred with sweat and dust and blood, who strives valiantly, who comes up short again and again, who in the end may know the triumph of high achievement, and who, when he fails, he does so daring greatly. It simply means, okay, a critic would always criticize somebody, somebody doing greatly, okay? it doesn't really matter. It doesn't really matter. He tells you, you should have done it differently. You should have done this way. You should have done this. You should have blah, 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 blah. Okay, but you look at him. He hasn't done anything. All right? So, the credit goes to the man in the arena. The man in the arena simply means the very person who is trying to do his best and he fails again and again. He stands up again and again and again until he tastes victory. And then when he fails, at least he fails, doing daring things greatly. Okay? So beware of the man who criticizes. Some people say, oh, because he didn't do this, oh, because like that, oh, because, they're not doing it correctly. Why don't you ask them? Why don't you do it? And they're just sitting there in the fence trying to criticize everybody else. Everybody else, is at fault, blames everybody else except himself or herself. Doesn't do anything, just sits there and complains. That the economy is like this, that the world is like this, but they don't do anything to contribute to improve the economy, the country, the family, etc., etc. That's what it says. Okay, guys. So I'm sure you're wondering why am I so revved up? Because I hate people like those, telling me I should have done this. When in fact I ask them, can you do that? They don't even want to dare. Really, 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 I'm pissed off. Okay, you have seen Miss Mami pissed off. Now I'm pissed off. Okay, all right. So, that's the 11 lessons I'd like to share with you. I've learned all these years, and so every time I celebrate my birthday, I actually smile because I tell myself, hey, I'm wiser, I'm stronger. I have gained a lot more value that I can share with you. All right. So our next episode now begins in March, and I have a lot in store for you, for March. But until then, don't forget to like and subscribe, and also, give me your comments, your insights, your feelings in the comment section, and we will engage. And then by next episode, I have made up my mind if I will give you my email so that you can email me directly. Okay, fine. So until then, this is Malu Cervantes, your friend, your fellow sojourner, your life coach, your mentor. Okay, happy to have you up to episode 67. I hope and pray that henceforth, even up to episode 100, and henceforth, we will still be together. Okay, goodbye for now.